Jim, thanks so much for having me stop by. So tell me about Feeding Denver's Hungry.
Hi, Feeding Denver's Hungry was started 7 years ago after I went through a bout of alcoholism and was homeless myself. I decided that I was going to make some sandwiches to help pay back. I started making 25 sandwiches every time I had some extra cash and handing them out on street corners, that type of thing. I had friends that heard that what I was doing and wanted to help, so we ended up turning those into sack lunches. And we've done that for quite a while and increased in volume from 25 to 200 to 500 to 1,000. And then it kept growing, and we got a partnership with the Food Bank of the Rockies where they warehouse the food that is donated from grocery stores. And we buy from them for pennies on the dollar. And then what that entails is we're able to order stuff from them on whatever basis of, right now we're on a monthly basis where we are able to take that food and bring it back to our warehouse and process it and bring it out on the street. We actually set up a mobile pantry on the sidewalks. So it's a block long of 8-foot tables that we set up food of all kinds of everything you can imagine. I mean, we still do our sandwiches because I insist on doing meat and cheese sandwiches because that's something that you don't get out on the streets. It was all peanut butter and jelly. So when I started making sandwiches, it was always meat and cheese, and I'm going to continue that as long as I'm doing this. And then we have a business called Euro Crepes on South Broadway. They hard-boiled up thousands of eggs for us that we hand out to people, and we do that on a regular basis. And the next area is all kinds of snacks and protein bars and stuff like that. We have a cereal section, we have breads, then we have frozen meats, salads. After that is all kinds of fresh veggies. And then we have an area of hygiene stuff. We also have an area of infant, baby stuff, and then diapers and formula, all that kind of stuff.
So it's really all encompassing here.
Right.
So tell me, what are you?
We also do hats, gloves, socks, that type of thing. And then we have a series of drinks as well that we hand out to people. So people get a grocery bag now, several grocery bags, as much as they can carry, and they walk home with groceries for a couple of weeks.
And for people watching this story, what are you in the most need of right now?
This time of year, it's always the hats and gloves because people, the stuff gets wet, gets lost, and then they're without, and the frostbite's a real thing out on the streets. So that's something that we try to get a lot of, is hats and gloves that we can hand out. And the cash to buy the food, because we spend a couple $1,000s a month on a truckload of food from the Food Bank of the Rockies, and that's something we do every month. And we'd like to continue doing that as long as we have the funds.
And now that we're in the holiday season, what events do you have coming up? How can people get involved?
We have several events coming up. The next one is our Hand Up on Thanksgiving Day, actually, on Thursday. And that's at 21st and Stout Street at 9 a.m. And anybody can show up and help us. Just show up and tell us that they want to help volunteer. We'll put them to work.